Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. Botafogo has beat Cruzeiro at the Nilton Santos today with a stellar, ruthless performance by Botafogo and Martin Anselmi. What a just wow, right? If there's a word for today, that word is wow. From anything from what's happened throughout the day till the game and the result, everything is just so unpredictable what's happening at Botafogo. It's almost unbelievable. So leave a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And one more thing I wanted to ask you guys is to go follow me on Instagram if you have an Instagram. It's right here. We have 555 followers on Instagram, and we also are on X. And here's the profile on X, Glorious Botafogo. We got 6,500 followers on X. It is where we are most present. Here's my video about the history of Botafogo on there. And then my art for today's full match. And then my art of the play-by-play that I do during the game. So go follow there and support the channel. So to start off, let's talk about the match. You can see that the players are still kind of trying to understand what's going on, right? They're trying to understand Martin Anselmi. They're trying to understand how to do it. But it's becoming clear match by match that they are getting it. They are getting it. And it's getting to a point where it's actually really nice to see. And it's really nice to watch what is happening. The players are all playing well. Danilo and Montoro, those guys, they're incredible. They're just incredible. And you can see that we have depth in the squad, even though we need more players and this transfer ban is not allowing us to register these players. But we see that we have good players. And we just needed a coach that knows what they're doing. So if last year we had the opposite, this year we have a coach that knows exactly what he's doing, and that's Martin Anselmi. A first half of being back and forth, but the second half, apart from a couple of moments, Botafogo was just ruthless in the second half. And if this is a preview of what's to come, my goodness, I can't wait to see the rest. But let's talk about what happened today, because it's crazy. It's like House of Cards Botafogo edition. Earlier today, it was revealed that Botafogo almost sold Danilo and Montoro to Nottingham Forest for 35 million euros, which is completely absurd. That amount of money for two world-class players is completely absurd. Especially, I think Montoro alone is worth that much. And Danilo is probably worth about 25, 30 as well. So we have a debt with Nottingham Forest, apparently. And after all of that was going to be done, and after everything said and done, the club would have only kept 8 million euros and lost our two best players. So this is completely absurd. John Texter, he cannot do these kinds of things. We cannot do this. We cannot do this. Now he came out and said that somebody leaked the transfer news because they're trying to turn the supporters against him and this and that. But behind the scenes, it's pretty well known that is a lie. And John Texter just keeps seeing, according to some information that I have, he just can't stop lying. So that's what I've been told, is that John Texter just can't stop lying. Now, due to a court in Brazil blocked Botafogo from selling any players due to everything that's happening between Aries and Eagle Football, Botafogo and John Texter not being able to pay the transfer ban. So in order for the club to save the club from losing any more players, there was a court order saying that Botafogo cannot sell any players. So that is good, because it was because of that we weren't able to sell Danilo and Montoro today to Nottingham Forest. John Texter said that they would have been sold and then gone to Forest in the middle of the year during the World Cup. But still, we need to keep those two guys to the end of the season. They need to have a full season, and if they do, I think we're gonna do really well. John Texter tried to fire Dairo Arruda, his right hand man, CEO, because Dairo is not signing the loan that John Texter wants to take, and this loan is actually very detrimental if all the facts about it are correct. John Texter would put the club into more debt. So getting a loan to pay a loan that has a higher APR, a higher interest rate, and that would just keep climbing the bill. And honestly, this needs to stop. Man, I know it's bad, and John Texter did a lot for us, but it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Something needs to be done here, and this is not the way to do it. I'm sorry, and that's not. But at least we have some peace inside the pitch. Botafogo got a great victory today. We're sitting in first place because of goal differential, which is awesome. And now we play Fluminense on Sunday, a derby, with a lot less on our shoulders, a lot less on the shoulders of these players, of Anselmi, that are doing a great job of keeping the outside things from coming into the pitch and getting in the way of a great performance. If you got here so far, again, please leave a like and subscribe. It is essential that you drop a like and really help, because if you guys have noticed, I put out the first episode of the GB podcast, and it's called GB because of Glorious Botafogo and Great Britain, because my co-host of the podcast is from Great Britain. Mr. Tristan Woods is a Botafogo supporter, a UK Botafogo supporter, as he is right there. We talked for an hour and 14 minutes about Botafogo. So we previewed today's match as well. So if you want to go over there and check it out, here is an hour and 14 minutes of just Botafogo in English, 100% in English. And if you want to see some clips of that, there will be some clips on Instagram, and there will be some clips on X as well. And you can watch the whole thing, the full thing at Botafogo. You can see John Texter saying hi to the players here. Let me just actually kind of show you this. John Texter saying hi to the players, on the pitch. Pretty interesting to see this. Let me turn the volume down here. Barbosa to Neto to Alex Telles to Nilton to Cabral, Alain, Mateo Ponte. So, actually said it to Leo Link. Neto still right here. There's Vitinho right there. And then there's Danilo. He's just sitting here. He's waiting for Danilo to come on so he can tell him by Matheus Fernandes scored a nice goal there too. So yeah, John Texter getting in the way of the camera during I think Santi Rodriguez. So very good. Very good. I love it. Love to see it. But again, John needs to get his shit together. There's no other way around it. Get your shit together, man. Because you can see that we have a great squad, and we need to get this transfer ban out of the way so we can get better players like Medina in this midfield right here. Medina would be great. Vijalba, and there's the two center backs that we need to sign and get them going. But this boosts the morale for the derby on Sunday, Botafogo and Fluminense. I will be watching that match, and we will talk about it here on this channel, and I'm sure we'll talk about it on an upcoming podcast.